Section 1.8 Functions and Models. Objectives: recognize and understand various business and economic terms, create and evaluate mathematical models for real-life situations. Example 1, car rental. Suppose that the total cost of renting a car consists of a fixed cost of $35 per day plus a variable cost of 15 cents per mile. Part A, write a cost function that represents the cost of driving X miles in one day. Part B, find the cost of driving 500 miles in one day. In Part A, we have to write a cost function that represents the cost of driving X miles in one day. Let's start it with the formula C of X, or the cost is the variable cost plus the fixed cost. Let X be the number of miles driven in one day. Variable cost is 0.15 times X, and the fixed cost is $35 per day. Inserting this into the formula gives C of X equals 0.15X plus 35. Part B, find the cost of driving 500 miles in one day. So C of X, now X is 500. C of X or C of 500 equals 0.15 times 500 plus 35. 0.15 times 500 is 75. So 75 plus 35 gives 110. We observe that the fixed cost is the C as 0 or $35. The break-even point, the Green Belt Company determines the cost of manufacturing men's belts is $2 each plus $300 per day in fixed cost. The company sells the belts for $3 each. What is the break-even point? Break-even point occurs when the revenue and costs are equal. Let X be the number of belts manufactured in a day. R of X, or the revenue, is 3X. The cost C of X is 2X plus 300. For revenue equals the cost function. So 3 of X equals 2X plus 300. Solve for X, we get X equals 300. So 300 belts must be made and sold each day for the company to break even. The company must sell more than 300 belts each day to make a profit. As you see the graph, you can see the shaded area as the red area. The red area is showing the loss because the cost is higher than the revenue. And the green area showing that there's a profit since the cost is lower than the revenue. Suppose that a company has determined that the cost of producing X items is 500 plus 140X, and that the price it should charge for one item is P equals 200 minus X. Find the cost function, find the revenue, find the profit, and find the break-even point. Part A, find the cost function, which is 500 plus 140X. Part B, the revenue function Ix is the price times the number of the items sold, or the P times X. P is 200 minus X multiplied by X. We get the revenue equals 200X minus X squared. The profit is the difference between the revenue and the cost. So P of X equals Rx minus Cx. Rx is 200X minus X squared subtracted by the quantity 500 plus 140X, which is the cost function. Simplify, combine like terms, we get the profit represented by negative X squared plus 60X minus 500. Part D, to find the break-even point, set the revenue equals the cost and solve for X. R equals C. R is 200X minus X squared, and C is 500 plus 140X. Solving quadratic equation, X squared minus 60X plus 500. Factored to get X minus 10 times X minus 50. We obtain X equals 10 or X equals 50. So there are two break-even points. As showing in the graph, the break-even point at 10 and 50, any number in between 10 and 50 will provide a profit for the company.